Hi, welcome to Stock Part 6, Mother Loss in the 20s. The 20s is the most overlooked and misunderstood motherless daughter. In your 20s, it's all about being on your own. Freedom. You have graduated and you are out on your own, but you still need to see home. But where is it? Hey, if I haven't introduced myself to you, I'm Mary Ellen Collins, and I'm the executive director and the founder of the Motherless Daughters Ministry. And I'm excited to bring you Monday morning ministry moments from the Motherless Daughter Ministry. Each week, you're going to receive short messages, knowledge, lots of information and support from our 20 plus years of working with motherless daughters. I want to encourage you, if you know other motherless daughters, that you share this message with them. If it's speaking to you, hit the like button or comment. If you need to reach out to me, please do in the comment section. We want to hear from you. We want to empower you and educate you and support you in your healing journey. What we've done so far is introduced you to Stuck Part 1, which was age and stage of emotional development, the age of loss and the stage of emotional development. And that sets the foundation for everything for the age of loss. The second one was on mother loss, if you were from the 0 to 6-year-old age group. The third one was on mother loss from the 6 to 12-year-old age group. Then we talked about Stuck Part 4 was on adolescent loss. And then Stuck Part 5 was on the individuation process. And I hope you find that as eye-opening as I do. I always continue to learn something more about myself. And I did. I will share with you later something that I had not discovered until I was recording this forum for you on individuation. Today, we're going to be talking about mother loss in the 20s. And if you were in your 20s, what I often hear, which is a common theme among women who've experienced mother loss in their 20s, a quote, "I felt like a ship set adrift without a way to steer, and I could not see land." So no centering kind of thing. It's a common theme that goes along with the 20s. Women who experience mother loss at this age are often the most overlooked and they're most understood. We think they're out on their own, they're out of college, they've got their first job, they may have moved away from home, but this is really the really misunderstood group, because when you have experienced mother loss in your 20s, society views you as an adult. But remember that most of you are still going through that part of the individuation process, trying to figure out who you really are. Many times that you're starting careers, you just finished college, you may be getting yourself started in the adult world, but when this is interrupted by the loss of a mother, your ship gets mayday calls and be capsized by waves of grief washing over you. It just absolutely sets your boat adrift. While it's important that you're creating and separating, you still have to have that secure base that you can look and see. It's almost like you have be able to look at the shore and say, yes, I still can see that shore. I can get there if I need to. Being able to touch base just with the nurturing and support of a mother is critical. And see, the 20s woman may not stay long at her home base, which was where mother was, but she just needs to touch it, just be able to continue on her journey. And this slight touch when you have a mother gives you the courage to continue. So when you've lost a mother in your 20s, it is like your ship is set adrift, and it just rides those waves of grief. There's no home base, and the loss takes that away. The 20s women reacts maybe to hunker down, and they may have to hold on. They're going to be tossed and turned. They may become emotionally paralyzed. You got to remember that your world is turned upside down. Even when there's a brief reprieve, she still cannot see land. It's gone. There's no safe harbor for you. So sometimes you'll see that women in their 20s who've experienced mother loss will abandon their hopes and dreams to take care of things that mother had done before. A couple stories I want to share with you. One woman, her name was Susan. She was in her last semester of college when she witnessed her mother's final breath. She had not known how serious her mother's cancer was. The truth had been hidden from her. She returned to college. She put on a mask to hide her grief. She finished college, but had to put her dreams on hold to help her with her father with a family business. And today, this woman is still searching for her identity and where she fits into the world. Another woman who struggled with an ill mother as she was growing up. But her worst nightmare happened to her when she was approaching her upcoming marriage. Her mother died 2 weeks before her wedding. Today, this woman still wrestles with mixed feelings related to her mother loss. She told me that my mother died 2 weeks before my wedding. This was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. No one talked to me about her death. It was as if it was never part of any of the planning. I had to decide whether to cry or smile. If mother loss comes on the tide of difficult relationships and separation, guilt takes over. The 20s woman is really left out of a relationship that is really, she thinks it's her fault. As an adult, she can often have a range of emotion from guilt to rage. One woman told me, she said that we were just starting to get along. I was a difficult teenager, and now she's gone. I have lost my chance to make amends. My guilt is huge. Another woman on the other extreme commented, I am so angry. When my mother was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, it was too late. She was stage 4. She did not take care of herself. Wasn't I worth it? Then I had to take on doing the things that she had done and taking care of all my siblings. I have so much to know who is going to be there to answer my questions. I have an overwhelming fear about who's going to help me figure things out. One woman I also knew that she really grieves that loss. She had lost her mother in her 20s, and her mother was supposed to walk her down the aisle at her wedding, and that didn't happen. So whenever she talks about that, she cries, and it's been quite a few years, over 30 years. My prayer for you today is for you to know you can find peace, you can be centered, and know that you are not alone. If you've experienced mother loss in your 20s, do you relate to any of these examples? Share your stories. How does this play out in your adult life? Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. Have a wonderful week. I'll talk with you next Monday, and we'll be talking about the 30s next week. Thank you.